Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? I know we are running a hair bit late, but I promise you it had nothing to do with you guys. So, yes, we are live and waiting for some people to show up. I know YouTube is just starting to get the notifications out, and Twitch will be very, very shortly. So, yes, as people come in, let us know where you're coming in from, and we can let people. We can get this showboat started and ready to rock. So, looks like there's 3, and the notifications just went out for Twitch. So, good morning, Ms. Erin. Glad to see that you're here. Daydream, welcome. Winks, morning. How are we doing today? How's it going, Lori? Welcome. Smandovsky. I think I said that right. Good morning. We're gonna try to keep from derailing too far. I know that sometimes we get a little off topic and we go down some weird roads, but we're gonna do what we can to stay on topic today, and hopefully everything works out great. I'm glad you guys are here, because otherwise I just sit here and talk to the camera and nobody's listening. So, I mean, yeah. Anyways, kind of people were asking a little bit, and then Jason and I were talking this morning, and yeah, it's been a morning already. So, got a good juice today. Well, we're gonna try to run through some stuff. Virginia, welcome. Yeah, we have New York, California. Smandovsky, I don't know where you're from. I think Lori's from Washington, but I'm not 100%. I know Daydream's from Missouri. So, yeah. Fill me in because I know nothing so far this morning. Well, the sun rose up in the east and it's going to set in the west, just like every other day. But there's been some concern in regards to the flooding in Washington, D.C. I did a little Oklahoma. Okay. I assume you're Shelster and Signal Group. I might make a butt out of myself, but Tennessee, welcome. Well, let's be specific. Eastern Tennessee, welcome. I know there's others from all over the place that are coming in. Ooh, this is just hot off the press. Denmark totally bans COVID-19 vaccine amid reports of blood clotting. And they just banned the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. So That is brand new. That literally pinged across my screen right as we were getting started. So that's definitely worth talking about a little bit more. Yes, good job, Denmark. But going back, let's circle back to the flooding in Washington D.C. So the tidal pool that everybody's been paying attention to is slowly sinking over the last 100 years. It has actually sank. They claim it sank close to 10 feet due to foot traffic and vehicle traffic. Do I 100% believe what they're saying? No, but that is something that they have been quantifying and measuring for quite a while. So we welcome, Guy. So we are looking at how much over the last 5 years, because now people are starting to really notice it, especially since Richard Citizen Journalist is discussing it a lot more. And people were asking about the prepared sandbags around the tidal pool and all that stuff. And there's a lot of truth to it. Christy, welcome. Glad to see that you're here. And yeah, it's not going to be like a lot of other channels but we try to keep people informed. So welcome. And we are streaming on Twitch as well. So if you go to Twitch, the official Patriot News, that is the channel that we operate on. So welcome. But when you look at prepared sandbags and stuff like that, if it's a problem, they're more predisposed to get those sandbags in case there's flooding coming in. Oh, I see. Teacher Chris, welcome. I just made the connection. So I'm glad to see that you're here. But the predetermined, taking the actual sandbags and positioning them around the city to prevent flooding, yes, there is some truth to it, and there's a reason for it. Good morning, Tracy. So I was just looking at the tidal charts and all that. At high tide, it is getting now to the point where when the high tide comes in, it is coming inland almost 47 feet and from where it is at low tide. So it's actually a raise of roughly 3.5 feet, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. So is it propensity for flooding? Is there a propensity? Yes. If it's going to get really bad, you'll start to see the wharf on the other side to the point where water's right up to the top of the wharf. Then you know that it's getting really bad. But it has been flooding off and on for over 5 years, and specifically with that kind of water for quite a number of years. So is it a whole lot of worry? No, but there is a lot of truth to what Penguin 6 says, that the tidal pool is slowly starting to sink. And will we have the tidal pool eventually 5 years down the road? Who knows? Will we have where the area around? Who knows? But It has to do with a rising sea and the fact that the ground itself is sinking. That's what they claim. That's all I can really tell you about it. As far as flooding tunnels, all that stuff, it's improbable because the amount of water that it would take to fill those tunnels would be astronomical. So yeah, that's just one thing, and then of course Denmark going in and stopping all of the they're stopping the AstraZeneca from being distributed. They've banned it completely, so I foresee them slowly but surely knocking them off. I know that Johnson and Johnson, they've stopped that. For they don't have a permanent ban on it, but there is a temporary ban on the Johnson and Johnson. There is two reports that are supposed to be coming out any day from the EU in regards to the Pfizer and the Moderna. So if both of those come out and they are associated with the same blood clotting, you'll see those banned as well. So we're looking for a lot of these places to actually start banning them. The Johnson and Johnson, the CDC is now starting to recommend that they stop production and actually study the problem even more. But we'll see. We'll see what happens over the coming next couple days. So, the weather in Washington State is awesome today. The liberal crazy, not so much. Well, I think that's every day. I mean, granted, you guys. So Washington and Oregon. One thing I love about those two states, outside of the liberal craziness, there is a natural beauty there that is pretty much unsurpassed anywhere else. I mean, you guys actually have one of the biggest temperate rainforests in the country. There's another one over in Appalachia country. I'm not 100% sure exactly which forest area it is, but I have heard about it. Been down to the Tillamook Forest, beautiful area. Thank goodness people are waking up to the potential harm of these vaccines. Yes, so I have talked to several people in regards to the vaccine, and there was one guy. He's like, "Well, I got the first one and I reacted, so I will not be getting the second one." And I was like, "Well, that's a good thing because chances are, if you react with the first one, yeah." Daughter is feeling crappy after the Moderna. Her stepdad, who has Parkinson's, is suddenly in a wheelchair now as his legs are swollen after receiving the vaccine at the VA clinic or hospital. Okay, so I feel horrible for those people, anybody who's getting it and is suffering side effects. The message isn't being spread fast enough, and when we're dealing with individuals who want to spread, there is misinformation in regard. What are those? Oh, I'm just there are people who are deliberately spreading misinformation, and I have actually had to fight back with YouTube They have attempted to force me to remove close to 13 videos that are discussing vaccines and discussing the potential side effects of them. So basically, in order to actually combat the censorship that YouTube is putting out there in regards to my videos, I have literally had to do a lot of research, send lots and lots of studies and forums, and prove that there is validity in what I'm saying. I have went to each and every single one of the websites. I've showed each and every single one of the warnings at the bottom. I've taken screenshots and the link. And the screenshots and the link I send to YouTube along with credentials and all sorts of stuff. And they have agreed to allow me to keep them up because I'm backing what I'm saying. I'm backing up with hard statistics and hard facts, and I'm just a nobody. A lot of people aren't willing to fight and argue against YouTube. They just whatever, take it down or have it axed. Me, I have not been they have knocked me for it, but when you start putting out and you start arguing and then you give them everything that's being put out by these companies, how can they argue against it? So when I first started up, I know I don't have a whole lot of followers on YouTube. I don't have a whole lot of followers on YouTube. I don't have a whole lot of followers on Twitch. But there are people who are actively out there looking for people discussing the vaccine and trying to take it down. Me, every hit that I've discussed the vaccine in, they have tried to take down, and we're still up. So I'm not overtly worried about it. I try to be as factual as possible. And yeah, they throttle my viewership and all that because I look at Google Analytics, which I actually run on the back end of YouTube. And what I see in Google Analytics is I'm seeing over 10,000 hits to videos that I'm putting out. But yet I'm only showing like 250, 300. So as far as being a nobody, sensationalism gets you followers, and being sensational and making extremely exaggerated claims that'll get you followers, telling the truth, you'll get some followers, but it's people who are actually seeking the truth. If they hear sensationalism, it shows. So, but yes, I am absolutely grateful that I'm just another YouTuber or streamer that doesn't have a large following, but is trying to do the right thing. So Jason is absolutely correct. We try very hard to be as factual as possible, and if we have to argue against something, we will. And if we are proven wrong, then we're proven wrong, and we admit to it. And we do have a little bit of humor. Sometimes it's adult humor, but we go we do everything we can to, yeah, we try to do what we can. So all of us nobodies or somebody to each other is real patriots. And okay, this is something I've heard with probably a dozen different channels. True patriots, fake patriots. I hate labels, and I absolutely hate when it is a subjective term like true or fake in front of the patriot word. Each one of us has an innate desire for the truth, and it may take a while for us to find it and to be factual about it. But when I'm being called by other channels, and I've been called out by several channels, not just the one you guys are thinking of. When we start to label people and being labeled as a fake patriot by people who not only have put themselves out there as being a legitimate news organization, and I actually have White House press credentials. Do I use them? No, because right away, $700 a single month to actually get to be able to go into the briefing room. Have I or anybody that's associated with me served in the military? Yes, we have. Have we taken an oath to defend the Constitution? Yes, we have. When I'm being called a fake patriot by somebody who has not taken that oath, I laugh hard because my oath never dies. So we keep it real. We try to have a little bit of fun. Sometimes it's not the cleanest fun, but we try to have a little bit of fun, and we try to inform people about as much as we can, as quickly and efficiently as we can. We all do. So yeah, the I surround. I'm just I'm just a simple guy, and I don't really care what people think of me. But and some people think that it's just a snooze fest over here. Guess what? I don't care. For me, it's just one of those things. The factual information is boring sometimes. Simple guy from a frozen tundra, absolutely. So, but yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to cover that real quick because when we get into labeling people, we we've already divided, and we can't divide. So the you're talking about the defense guy that's on right now. Guys, if people want me to air the George Floyd trial that's going on, I can do that. It's truly up to you guys. This is your channel just as much as it's mine. So yeah, you guys tell me. Do you want to see it? Because if so, we can make it happen. So, but as far as some of these other hearings that are getting ready to, there are some other hearings and stuff that are getting ready to happen, and we definitely want to bring them to you. So I'm trying to find the exact.
China is focused on achieving.
That's not what I want. So I am finding the stream real quick. Yeah. So I've seen that statement, but I haven't really read too far into it. I apologize. Sorry, guys. I am trying to pull the live stream. Yeah. As soon as I'm able to get that live stream, I will bring it to you guys, but I don't want to make people wait for me to try to get it pulled up. But yes. Okay, so how can I make a difference? That's a good question. Because it's a question that people need to really hammer on and really need to understand. Jason put it really good. Get involved locally, help those who may be on the fence, understand what's being fed by the mainstream media, and actually show the truth. So much as I would love to have people share the streams, I don't. Either way, we get a little off topic, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some stuff that you can actually use to show people how to make an educated and actually take information that you're hearing and make an educated guess. So we have our website. Every video, every broadcast that we've done is up here. I should quantify that and say not everyone is up here. There have been some that have been taken down, but if they've been taken down, then just ask me for a link and we can get that over to you. We have a resources page where our live streams, along with times when we're live, the podcast stuff, until I can get that figured out, I wouldn't worry about that. We have a Facebook page and a Telegram channel. Definitely all your mainstream or your news sites that are not mainstream, but yeah, Newsmax, RSBN, Right Side Broadcasting Network, Voice of Veterans of America News, and then the different live stream, internet service, electrical stats, VAERS report. Where do you find vaccine information? Right from the VAERS report. We also talk about the Convention of States and tribunals would be listed under Office of Military Commissions. And U.S. court records, any court case that's on the federal level, you'll be able to pull up through PACER. When you're looking at DC scanners, we have that for the EMS and Fire, Department of Homeland Security website. If there's an alert that goes out where there's a pending attack or notices that are being put out, that's where you're going to find those, is on the DHS website. And that is specifically concerning mainly the United States. And then the military news. So, yeah, that, and we do have a social media side. It's not 100% put together, but we're working on it. And then, of course, we have the store where we have a lot of different things that we put together. Any sale in regards to the Second Amendment, shirts, 50% of the proceeds are going straight into actually fighting any Second Amendment battle that we have in regards to the court, because it's going to take a lot of money. But yeah, and then by request, we actually have a shirt. Somebody asked us to put a shirt together. It basically says, "I identify as fully vaccinated." Well, guess what? There you go. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun. We talk about a lot of things, and one thing you don't hear me do is you don't hear me push donations, but some people, if they feel like they want to donate, there's a donate button, goes right through PayPal. So give me just a second. That's basically what we have. And if people are asking for information, if you come across good information that's accurate, that will help other people, definitely send us an email, and we will do our best to get that up. And just so people know where that email is, okay, what's identify? Guys, for some reason, okay, there we go. What's identify? So, most liberals will say that they identify as pansexual, asexual, whatever you want to call it. They only have 150 million different genders according to them, and not a single one of them makes sense because there's only two that I know of, male and female. So when I say I identify, it's basically taking their wording and using it against them, and I'm really good about having fun with that. So yeah, we have a lot of fun. Oh, did I spell that wrong? Because I would feel really stupid if I did. Oh, I sure as heck did. Good catch. I spelled that wrong. I'm gonna have to go in there and change that. I'm glad you caught that because, quite honestly, I feel very, very silly. But you know that's what happens when we that okay. So yes, I am glad that you caught that. Yes, I am silly. There. Now I will show it to you so you can see. I actually spelled it right this time. But yes, I feel bad. But yeah, anyways, so that's how quick it is for me to change it. Alpha Wolf, I am glad you were able to make it. It looks like you had a busy night, and yeah, demon rats. Yes, I agree with you, 100%. I am trying my hardest, Jason, to share the comments. I'm trying to remember to do so. But some people identify as a unicorn and you cannot question them. So I identify. Yeah, my wife is out and about with the girls. So, and here in the next day or so, I guess my other daughter is going to start school. My 3-year-old is going to start Head Start. They had an opening, so they called us and asked us if we wanted to send her. I said, absolutely, take her all day long for all I care. Well, I'm glad to see that you guys are wrapping up. I need to reach out and talk to your son too. So that I have to make a point to do that today. Um, well, they are stressing my wife out now, so I am more than happy to see them go because it makes me a whole lot happier when my wife's less stressed out. You guys might be able to hear some noise here very shortly. It sounds like they're getting home. But yeah, but for people, I know you guys probably don't care too much to see all everything that I see, but so yeah, we're gonna. I like to kind of keep you guys seeing the same. I like to share the information that I can with you guys. So I get I gotta see how many views. You guys, this is the views, watch time in hours, how many subscribers we've gained over a 30-day period, how many impressions, and the average click through rate. And then this tells me where all the views are coming from. Browse future features, external pages, channel pages, direct or unknown, YouTube search, so on and so forth. And most of the views, and I know we have some that are coming in from the Philippines. Those won't show up here until later on. But this is the one that I find very interesting. So, 25 to 34 years of age, 5% of the views, and then I I like to really highlight this because this is where pretty much everybody that views the YouTube, and this is just on YouTube, guys. This is where everybody is actually tabulating and showing where they're at. And of course, this is. I'm going to see. I'm trying to. No. But yeah. Anyways, so this is this is what I look at, and we have plenty of people hitting the channel, so I'm not I'm not real worried about it. But anyways, I know people don't really care to see all that. Went back to phase two in Pierce County. Your governor needs to go, and how he won the election this last year, I don't understand. Governor Inslee is one of the biggest pieces of garbage I've ever seen in a governor. Good to see why your information is collected. Yeah, because quite honestly, it gives me an idea as to what the audience is like and what I can discuss and what I can't. Because quite honestly, if I started seeing 0 to 17 years old in here, some of the adult portions where we're using stronger language and we're discussing things that might go over their head, but they might repeat and so on and so forth, get themselves in trouble. We don't want that. So I like to share that just so people are aware of what's going on. Fraud election with Governor Inslee. Yes, I have a friend of mine who lives up in Woodland, Washington, and he said that he is getting ready to move to the mountains of Idaho because he don't want nothing to do with it. Hello, DT. Yeah, I I don't know too much about your governor to be honest, Alpha, but pretty much any state that is blue, you can bet that they are getting ready. If they're getting ready to lock down again. So but yeah, I mean, we try to have a pretty fairly transparent channel. I know some people might not agree with me, but it's it's fine. Just read that Bernie Madoff died in prison. Yes, he did, and couldn't have happened to a better person, in my opinion. See you tonight, Jason. So yeah. Um, just so everybody's aware, I do have a email set up for the airplanes for Jason. It's basically the same as mine, only Jason at Patriot News Network. That that's horrifying. I think it's about time to recall that woman. Um, Alpha is from New Mexico. So, the home of the aliens, both the more the illegal kind than the extraterrestrial. But yeah, so guys, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that, Alpha. We will definitely have to have a conversation about that. And if you know people who are interested in organizing, let me know and put me in contact with them, and we will do what we can to help you out. So, Oregon has lost a lot of businesses as well. Absolutely. I'm not 100% where you're from, Dicey, but yes, we need to all the way to the top. Yes, White House is getting new walls as flood prevention. We discussed that earlier in the show. Not the White House in particular, but the the tide pool is starting to sink, and that's what's happening. Yes, if anybody is looking more to help organize and want to have the backing, or actually wants to us to help you, reach out to me and let me know. If you guys are not on Signal, send me a whisper, and I will get you the link for that. And as soon as we get everything set up, we'll get a Zoom meeting or something set up, so with people, and actually focus more on strengthening the activism and actually helping these recall efforts. We need to do what we can. So, but yeah, anybody that needs assistance, feel free to reach out, and we'll we'll be glad to help out in any way we possibly can. Yeah, Oregon's a sanctuary state. Yeah, you have a wonderful governor who needs to see some of these. One of these days, I'm pretty sure she will. So, yeah, infrastructure. Yeah, it'd be nice to do stuff without the violence. Yes, that is what we are all about. And as far as evac protocol, I'm not seeing anything yet in regards to that. Is there a place that you're getting that from, DT? Because that'd be pretty big news. I'm just that's funny. Yeah, they do. Once they get to Congress, I think they're above the law. They're above the citizens. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the volcano in Iceland has been coming out of dormancy, so we'll see what's going on there. But guys, as always, it's been a pleasure. We are right at the hour mark. Well, 58 minutes. So we're gonna wrap this up until 7 p.m. tonight. As always, you guys have a microphone and a pen. Use them. The silent majority can no longer stay silent. God bless you guys. God bless the United States of America. See you at 7 p.m.